Shibarium, the Shiba Inu layer of the blockchain, is now all that the majority of Shiba Inu holders are interested in learning about or receiving updates on. It appears that Satoshi is aware of this as well, which is why he recently released a significant upgrade. For some reason, I'm the only YouTuber covering this. You shouldn't miss this. So be sure to keep an eye on everything. Disclaimer. Prior to discussing the Shibarium upgrade, another significant Shiba update has to be discussed. Boon is one of the top 10 tokens bought by the 100 greatest Ethereum whales, which is also somehow tied to Shibarium, as is the case with everything in the Shiba ecosystem these days. In particular, one whale possesses more than 1 million BAU tokens. This indicates that a lot of whales have been consuming a lot of SHIB, possibly in anticipation of the launch of Scenario. As you may recall, Shibarium's native token is Bone. The token must be owned in large quantities by anyone who wants to act as a validator or delegator. 10,000 Bone tokens, which is a large number of tokens and a large sum of money, is the lowest quantity someone can own. So, it seems logical that only individuals with substantial financial resources are able to purchase large quantities of the token, benefiting from the chance to act as a validator or delegator on. Consequently, both the validators and the delegators will be crucial to the decision-making process, and she will marry him as well as preserve the platform's integrity. Delegators will lend their tokens to validators who do not have enough to stake, whereas validators will be directly staking their tokens to do this. She acquired a new token that whales have been grabbing, but both types of individuals will be crucial to the success of Shibarium, and they will both be given incentives to make sure they always act in the interest of the common good. But lately, whales have also demonstrated a great deal of interest in purchasing SHIB, with well-known SHIB Blue Whales 0068 recently spending about $1.1 million for nearly 92 billion SHIB. SHIB is not the platform's native token, but Shibarium is anticipated to dramatically increase the price of SHIB. Therefore, this is most likely also related to the introduction of Shibarium. So, these whales are likely prepared for that scenario. Many people are probably sick of hearing about Shibarium's launch since they believe it has dragged on too long. This moment. It's already the third month of 2023. Additionally, a platform that was purportedly scheduled to debut in the third quarter of 2022 has failed to do so. Even though we have been told that the project's primary developer was having personal difficulties, many SHIB holders do not appear to believe it is sufficient enough. Having said that, it appears that the launch has already begun. Satoshi claims that the blog posts he's been writing are a prelude to the introduction of Shibarium. He said there would be 5 or 6 blocks, with the third one having just been launched. But perhaps the impending launch of Shibarium will make us feel better. We can only hope at this stage. Nonetheless, I made reference to the third blog's latest publication. So let's quickly discuss the topics covered in the blog. This new blog is essentially a cult for companies and projects to think about constructing their stuff on. In this blog, Satoshi emphasizes that everyone is welcome to use Shibarium, whether they wish to work with it, donate to it, or promote it. Everyone has always been welcome, he said. But they had to take care to avoid falling prey to con artists and flooders. She married him and said that he knew broadly. But now the dev team has devised an intake system that makes it easy for them to onboard everyone who is genuinely interested. The Satoshi Network platform has a link to the system, so you should go check that out if you're interested in constructing something on Shibarium. We believe that this is a genuine method of fostering community, says Satoshi. This intake method should enable us to identify the top projects and connect them with people who can offer support or assistance. We will be able to meet the soldiers and continue the procedure while staying organized. We'll be able to expand Shibarium network of professional enterprises and rebuild our connections with previous partners in industry. Finally, it will aid in our search for suitable validators. Yet he emphasizes that in order to construct something on CI, you don't necessarily need to enter the intake system. As long as it doesn't harm the ecology or the community, you are free to construct whatever you want on the platform. But according to Satoshi, a member of your team needs to be a part of the intake system if you want to learn about upgrades and take part in the collaborative building. Now, as for the real debut date of the platform, in this blog, Shitoshi doesn't really say anything. He merely states that the development team is attempting to launch Shibarium as soon as possible, which may imply anything. Shibarium is slated to launch next week, according to speculations that have surfaced during the previous week. Yet it has been a few weeks since next week actually arrived, and no one can predict when it will. But I want to know what you think about everything. Do you intend to use the intake system? What length of time have you been dealing with the launch? Please leave a comment if you find this video to be truly helpful and share it with your friends. With the YouTube algorithm, it truly helps, which enables me to keep raising the caliber of the videos. After that, a sizable wallet just sent 182 billion Shib tokens to Gemini and Crypto.com. Well, a lot of individuals find this to be pretty unsettling. Shib's price fell by 7% the last time this wallet sent a significant amount of Shib to Crypto.com. Hence, even though we don't really know what this wallet's aim is, the chance that the transfer may lead to a drop in the price of sheets is rather concerning. According to Crypto, whales might be risky when they make large token transfers because doing so increases the likelihood that the holder will sell the tokens. Whales have the power to influence the market with their actions, and when a significant amount of tokens are sold, the price may fall as more tokens become available to the market, which would increase supply. Furthermore, as the whales stand to gain from market swings, this may result in economic inequality. Smaller investors may find it challenging to compete with the whales, which may undermine investor trust in the market as a whole. Whales tend to offload their loads right before short-term tops, but historically, they have also been known to build up into declines, which may be favorable for prices in the long run. Hence, perhaps there is not much cause for concern over this most recent relocation. Do you believe we should be concerned by the latest transfer? Please let me know in the comments section below. Nonetheless, speaking about price declines, recent data indicates that a recession is likely to occur in the second half of 2023. Data was received on Texas manufacturing, which for the first time since May 2020 had a fall in activity in February. They already conducted a first round of layoffs, and when business picks back up, they plan to implement a second wave. Many analysts are beginning to consider the likelihood of an American recession seriously, and we should do the same. On whether or not the US will experience a recession, it is true that there are still varying views. But an increasing number of analysts now believe that a recession is a serious possibility. Even after US President Joseph Biden said that the American economy had improved somewhat, the economy is experiencing a regrettable downturn across the board. Even while workweeks are getting longer, wages are staying the same. Although this is frightening, it raises the question of whether this is the kind of environment in which cryptocurrencies could thrive and perhaps even shield many of us from the unfavorable effects of a recession. Let us know what you think by leaving a comment below. This brings us to the conclusion of the video. If you liked the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to leave a comment below. I find that the YouTube algorithm is greatly aided by this. Likewise, if you can, spread the word about this video as widely as you can. Let's spread the word about this.